Greetings, everyone, and welcome to our live Q&A for April on the 1st of May. And I am so excited to have with me today not one, but two guests. So without further ado, I want to welcome Joseph Aduwa and Jack Coleman. Welcome, guys. Thanks so much for coming.
Thanks for having us.
This is truly across the Atlantic endeavor here. So I'm in Arizona, Jack's in Indiana, and Joseph's in in the UK.
That's right, Bournemouth,
UK. Awesome. I'm so excited. All right. So we're going to go ahead and get started. It's right on the hour, so let's not waste any time. So I'm going to ask both of you the first question. First of all, we'll wait for the sirens to go by. Okay, so maybe it doesn't. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, because there are. Sorry.
It's fine. We'll go with the flow. There's no such thing as perfect, right? So, okay, we'll wait. Jack, what you do?
Hopefully this helps. I'm running. I'm Man, it's everywhere. Oh well, this will work.
Okay, so we'll start with Joseph. Tell us a bit about yourself, where you work out of, what you do, what your mission is, and how your work makes an impact.
Okay, well, basically, I work out of my home base in Bournemouth, UK, and what I do is really focused around personal empowerment of people, which is based around self-development, helping people to access more of their innate intuitive abilities, using certain tools to help them to open up to more of their potentials. And then from there, it's really a case of helping people to release all those elements, whether it's beliefs which are limiting, in order to make way for more empowered beliefs and ways of being. And so effectively what I really focus on is helping people to embody more of the soul expression, which is more of a sovereign state of being. And in so doing, my focus really is around helping people to truly experience what it means to be sovereign and experience more of the innate qualities which are an expression of that. So for example, more experiences of joy, more experiences of those things which are a natural expression of what you're attracted to and inspired by, and effectively helping people to really access more of their ability to experience more of their true purpose, doing those things which are meaningful for them, really, which have a sense of fulfillment and gratification for them. So effectively, in terms of how the work impacts people, it's quite broad, but it really is centered around helping people to embody more of the soul expression. So it's really about core empowerment of self. So that's basically what I get up to.
Yeah, that's I see a lot in common, a lot of overlap between what I do and what you do. So that's awesome. Thank you. And as we mentioned, you're out of the UK, right?
Yes.
Okay. And Jack, it's you're on. Tell us a bit about yourself, where you're working out of, what you do, what your mission is, and how your work makes an impact.
So I'm in Indiana, and I still have a day job. I do part-time accounting, and transitioning out to do essentially what Joseph just described in terms of his work, which is empowerment, embodiment, and just being sovereign in our overall decisions. I mean, because that's, to me, life comes down to perception and decision. So basically, we perceive something and then we decide on what to do about that, and that's how things seem to move. And so we can get really caught up in the process of questioning ourselves in terms of is this a good or bad thing? And that's like the simplest debate, but it's so complex. Like the issue is so complex, and so I really want to help people life hack it, which is what I call
what I do. I just call it life hacking because I want to hack the formula, the emotional formula of why our experiences are the way that they are. Because obviously we get into an experience and we feel something, and we can feel many different things. It's almost unmeasurable. You know, that's why you can. Scientists don't ever want to touch what love is in terms of measuring it in a laboratory, because it's like they know how subjective it is. And so when it's so subjective, that means that we can have an infinite amount of expressions of it, and that makes it really hard to source why we feel how we feel, because also it's connected with so many other people, places, and things, just like this whole universe. It's people, places, and things. And so the way that I help people is basically just dive into their experiences, their realities, and then just start connecting the dots and just say, all right, this is what's happening, but now let's add another layer to it, and let's throw in perception. This is how you believe what is happening. And so then that adds the inner aspect, because when we look at the outer aspect, it's external, and we say, yeah, these are my variables. My inner aspect is, how do I perceive these variables? And then we start, making the formula, finding the result, and then moving on from there, so that they're in a better position, more aware, more conscious, and all of that. So.
Wow, awesome! You just went deep there on me. So I'm just taking in what you just said. That's awesome. I love that. Thank you. I love that phrase too, life hacking, because it's a really neat way of kind of very simply describing a very deep process. So that's great. I love it. Thank you. Okay. So now here is the $1,000,000 question. Why are we here together today? What is this cubicle crunch that we've been talking about for the past 2 weeks? What's the deal? What's going on? Joseph.
Well, we have a fantastic event that's taking place. It's literally the launch of a 9-month Soul Connect Mastermind program, which is taking place in Fincorn, Scotland, on the 21st to the 24th of June. So effectively, why we're here is we're here to spread awareness of this phenomenon which is taking place.
Okay. Jack, anything to add to that?
Yeah, just being a part of this event, I'm really stoked because of like what all three of us do. It really plays into the mission of this event, and so yeah, just really looking forward to seeing what happens out of it, because so far from my end, I'm already feeling the effects and seeing it actually play out in the real world. So my relationships are changing. Obviously my perceptual lens is changing. So my decisions are changing. The people I'm interacting with, the scenarios I'm getting involved with, like, it's already happening. So we're only a couple months in, and we still have a couple months left until it actually happens. So I'm just really pumped that this is happening, and that is with this group of people.
Yeah, I have to echo that, because we have all felt that cubicle crunch. Like, seriously, massively felt it. And I know my personal story, I think for like 15 years, I was struggling and just could not figure out why I sucked so badly at my job. Like, why why is this so painful? It shouldn't be, because I'm always a person looking for, the solution and the happy ending, and that's just me. And it took me forever to realize, Deborah, you're not supposed to be an employee, girl. Get off of this treadmill and go do what you need to do. But I definitely agree with you. Just in the past month of being a part of this thus far, I know I've definitely felt a lot of shifts. So yes, I'm so excited too. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely a part of the cubicle crunch because I still have my day job, and I was just telling Joseph, I'm not too happy about waking up, Monday through Friday and same time every day and just clocking in under someone else's orders. I mean, I'm not saying it's like the wrong thing because some people like that, but for me, I know more of what I'm supposed to do, and it's not in this sort of environment, and so I'm still here, so I still feel the pain. So I'm very much a participant in this whole event, and yeah, the cubicle crunch, it is crunching. So.
Yeah, actually, the next question is for you, Jack. So just elaborate a little bit more. Who exactly is this event and program perfect for?
People like me and people like who you used to be. Basically, just feeling like there's more, and not necessarily knowing where that more is. I feel like that is a question that a lot of us have. What really inspires me, but we don't necessarily ask ourselves that question seriously, and so then we hide it with other things and split up our attention. So it's not as painful to ask that question, but basically, it doesn't have to be just the cubicle. In terms of who this event is for, in my opinion, I feel like it's really anyone trying to not only find purpose, their own creativity, because we all want to feel a purpose in what we do. It's hard to invest in something that we don't see a purpose in. It's like throwing money away, and money's energy, and so we're just talking about more soul energy. We're not talking about money energy specifically, but that is another aspect to it. So not only are we trying to find the creative aspect that really inspires us, we're also trying to show people how to turn that into a sustainable business, because the reason why we have day jobs that are unfulfilling is because we basically live a dualistic life where we have our hobbies on one side and we have our day jobs that pay the bills. And so the more that we don't know how to turn our hobbies into a living, we have to have a day job in order to make up for that, in order to compensate for our bills that are very necessary. We all want to eat, sleep, and just have our experiences. So this event is really trying to combine those two together. So we find that creativity, we find that spark. So let's say someone already is in business, but they just might want to try a different business. So that's where the creativity comes in. There are people that are already creative. There are artists that just don't know how to ask for money. That just basically are like, yeah, this is a big hobby of mine. I'm very passionate about it, but all my services are for free. And so then they have to clock in at a day job. And so really we're trying to merge these two worlds together so that people can live their passion and also be able to pay for their life experiences.
Awesome. Okay, great. I really appreciate that description. You covered everything. So, why should we take action on this offer now? Joseph, what's your thoughts on that?
Well, at this point in time, there are some phenomenal advantages to taking action now. One of them being that the price is at a cheaper value rate. So, for example, if people were to go on now, they'd be able to sign up for the actual program for the event. And also, there are a number of bonuses which people will be receiving too, which are phenomenal in terms of the value and what they're actually presenting people.
Okay. Yeah, that's cool. And there's, I always think about like there's no time like the present to, take action on something if you know that that's something that's calling you. So, it's like when I got the call, I was like, yes, like I didn't hesitate because I knew that it was something that resonated with me. And even though I didn't know many details, I just knew that it was something that I needed to go towards because I knew if I didn't say yes, if I hesitated on it, then, life would happen and I would miss out on something and 6 months down the line be no better off. So, yeah, it's definitely taking action is definitely something that we're constantly realizing is a part of this process too, of being able to say yes to abundance, to say yes to living a life of purpose. We have to say yes and then take action on that, so can't just be on the fence. So that's cool. Jack, where can we go to sign up or learn more about this event?
Soulpreneurs.life.
Okay.
That's the website, and all the information is on that page, and so yeah, you can check out the more specifics. I mean, we're generally talking about the broader aspect, but you get more of the details of Findhorn, which is the center, the retreat center that it's being held at, is in Scotland, and then you can also sign up on that page too. You have all the prices, you have all the bonuses that Joseph mentioned. There's quite a few actually. It's pretty crazy the diversity in terms of content and services that you can get out of this, because there are 4 mentors putting this on, and then there are 4 of us on the team that each have our own personal services that are being included in that bonus. So yeah, get quite a bit to choose from.
Wow.
So yeah, soulpreneurs.life.
Okay. Soul, and that's.
And there's no hyphen. SOUL.
Okay.
Don't make me spell it.
That's perfect. Yeah, that was all I was gonna ask. Okay, great. So I'll put that in the description once I post this, so everyone can go there and check it out and find out more about the program and the events that's happening next month in Scotland. So now we come to the sad part where we're wrapping up. But before we go, I want to find out from both of you, where can we go to learn more about what you do? Because both of you have really amazing things that you do that piqued my interest, and I'm sure will pique the interest of those who are watching this as well. So where can we go to learn more about your work and support it? I'll start with Joseph.
Well, the site that I have for services is called nameandlive.com. That's NEMENNLIVE.com.
Okay. I'll put that in the description as well. And Jack, how about you?
My website is jackcoleman.life.
Okay.
So just my name. And yeah, I do one-on-one sessions, mentoring sessions that are more informal, but then also I have another service, which is the 5-phase energetic evolution program, where we just work through energies in 5 separate phases. So both of those to choose from.
Wow, that sounds fabulous. I'm sure this is really exciting. I'm gonna go check those out myself too. So my last question for you both is, if there was only one thing that you want us to remember from this conversation, what would that be? Joseph?
Well, I can say that at this point, if you are out there and you know within your heart that you desire to experience more from your life in terms of fulfillment, that you desire to be waking up knowing that you're doing something which is gratifying to you, and if you're aware that this is something that you've either been aware of for some time or have maybe been afraid to pursue, then I certainly would recommend and urge you to move forward on that desire, that innate impulse that you have, because it's literally you calling you to experience more of yourself in life. And I think personally, at this time, it's so important that when you have opportunities to literally open yourself to experiencing more of your innate desire, especially in the capacity of work, something that you know you desire to be doing, then it's important to act on it, especially when there are a community of people, mentors, who've literally gone through the process of life, developing certain skills, crafts, and traits, which have helped them, but at the same time are now ready and actually helping other people with a very systemized program, which covers a very comprehensive basis, by getting people from A to B in their journey. So, for example, if they're just starting out, then they're in the perfect hands to be starting out. You're already some way down the line in terms of their journey as an entrepreneur, then there are so many tools which will benefit them in the actual program which is being introduced that it will accelerate their progress, because there's a lot of internal development as well as external strategic processes. So I can only say, I'm getting a bit kind of excited, somewhat passionate, but I can only say that it is a beautiful opportunity, because you're not just going to be handed information and expected just to get on with it. You're going to be held along the journey. You're going to be lifted up in those moments, to be lifted up or inspired. But either way, all of the tools that you will require are in place. And you have the mentors, as I said before, they've been down the path, they know exactly how it is, and they have the capacity to assist. And of course, there are the remainder of us who also have capacities to assist as well. So it's a beautiful community, and I can only say, go for it. If you know within your heart that this is something you need to do, just get on with it.
Awesome. Awesome. Jack, what's one thing you want us to remember?
Ditto.
Okay.
Yeah, you summed it up. I mean, it's take action. Every time that I was too afraid of, let's say, the money issue or the energy issue of investing myself, basically, yeah, like you said, Deborah, it just cycles back around. Sorry about that. But yeah, it just cycles back around, and then you got to wait another 6 months till that opportunity comes, and then who knows what sort of energy you'll be in at that point. And so it's best to just take the action when your awareness is put on that. I'm seeing the benefits of that more and more, and it's putting me in better situations that align more with what I know is my purpose. So the more I get in touch with my purpose, the easier it is for me to smell out all the places where I'm supposed to go, and all the things I'm supposed to do. So in turn, I get put into, or I put myself in a community that understands me on a deeper level. That's, it's such a nice thing. So so many win-win scenarios out of all of this. So
yeah. Okay, so what I heard from Joseph was really about the mentors and those who've walked the path to guide us through. And then what I'm hearing from Jack is also the community, and that the value of taking the action and then seeing how that just shifts everything for you. And I couldn't agree more with both of those points, because Tony Robbins, Brene Brown, Marie Forleo, nobody works in a bubble. Every great person in anything that they do has had a mentor, several mentors, and works in community in some form. So definitely this is a great way to step away from feeling in isolation and moving forward. So I am so grateful that you guys joined me today. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedules to do so. It was such a treat.
Yes, thank you. Thanks for having us.
Oh, thank you. So we're going to wrap up now, and I'm going to, once I post this, I will also put in the description all of the websites that you just gave me, and how people can find out more with the registration page. All right. So I'm sure we will be united again for another interview in the future. So for now, we say we're out, and thank you so much for watching. Bye.